Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. I didn't
offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it with Coleman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
It's Coleman here, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run. This is Hunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd down, Mayfield. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Hunt. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Gets through, and now an opening. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Mayfield. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They begin the drive with Coleman. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Gone!
Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson down to throw again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Buying time to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with Hunt, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Boom, line it.
From the gun, Jackson escaping the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield. Powering his way forward. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 49 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going deep for Moncrief. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dante Moncrief with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the Browns getting set to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mayfield now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dante Moncrief with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A gain of 39 that time. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On third down, it's Coleman, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good, and it's now 13-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Moncrief brings it in. 20! That one goes for 36 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Mayfield looks to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They get it to him running left. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Whitney merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And Bullock will put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
Now Jackson on 1st down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Gone! Now let's go!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one, they'll force another incompletion.
Jackson now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this one,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On the screen, this is Coleman. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now Hunt, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll toss it to Hunt, and he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit!
Mayfield to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and a big turnover there as Eagles will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
Second down, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is caught. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Final play of the half, Mayfield going up top. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll go screen here to Hunt. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. Yeah, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Mayfield on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 3 up to midfield. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They run again with Hunt. And a Across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mayfield now. Going deep for Moncrief. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson back into his end zone, being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Whitney Merciless. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Jackson on first down. That is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Pass.
This is Hunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now Mayfield. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep, right? And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Gun!
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Coleman on the toss. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Now he's forced out right. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A toss play to Hunt. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.